Good afternoon, members of Congress. My name is Jennifer Mix, and I am a registered nurse and an advocate for patient health care. Thank you for inviting me here today to hear my concerns and allow me to speak on them. Today, I would like to discuss the performance on the National Scorecard on the U.S. health system. As some of you may know, in 2011, the U.S. scored a total of 64 out of 100 on 42 different indicators in relation to healthcare cost, quality, access, and outcomes, with little to no improvement in the 2014 scorecard. The issue at hand is that the improvement is not significant enough to outshine the deterioration. Today I would like to specifically focus on the quality section of the scorecard. The scorecard is reporting progress in this area. However, the effective care of adults receiving recommended screening and preventive care is showing something different. There are several screenings and preventive measures that can be taken. The essentials that are recommended are blood pressure, cholesterol, flu shot, pap smear, mammogram, and screening for colorectal cancer. With clear guidelines for appropriate screening and preventive measures for adults, we would expect to see bigger changes. According to the 2011 scorecard, in 6 years there was only a 2% increase in adults who received all necessary screening and preventive care. As you can see here, the increase was from 49 to 51% from 2002 to 2008. Although there is a slight change, I am more inclined to call it stagnant rather than improvement. One way we tried to improve the issue in the past was through the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act, or ACA, was signed on March 23, 2010, in an effort to address the problems with the healthcare system, including high costs and poor accessibility to insurance and services. The goal was to make health insurance more affordable for Americans. However, in 2017, the number of people uninsured increased from 27.3 million to 28 million people from the year before. 84.6% of the uninsured are between 19 and 64 years old. Here is a map of the United States, with the darker blue being higher level of uninsured people. The data does not support the ACA improving the number of people receiving health insurance and therefore receiving the necessary screening and preventive care. A study performed in 2019 showed that even after implementation of the ACA, Asian subgroups continued to have lower cancer screening rates compared to Caucasian people. Similarly, uninsured adults are receiving preventive services far below the goal of Healthy People 2020. According to a study in 2015, among the uninsured, African Americans are more likely to receive pap smears, mammograms, and annual physicals compared to uninsured Caucasians. On the other side, African Americans are less likely to receive blood pressure screenings and smoking cessation education. With such discrepancies, I would say it is safe to say that the Affordable Care Act has not been successful in improving accessibility to health insurance. As I briefly mentioned before, a more recent initiative to improve screening and preventive care in adults was the Healthy People 2020 initiative. One goal was to improve the number of persons with medical insurance. The most recent update I can find is from March 2014, reporting that there has been no detectable change on this number. This chart shows that from the year 2008 to 2012, there was a decrease in number of persons with medical insurance from 83.2% to 83.1%, which is little or no detectable change. Quality for this issue is best measured through percentages of people receiving all recommended screening and preventive care measures. However, this can be a difficult statistic to find, so it can also be assessed through percentages of people with health insurances, as it is closely related. The 2011 scorecard showed that quality indicators that have shown improvements in performance are leadership and accountability, and therefore should be implemented into the quality division to promote healthy behaviors and influence change. The 2014 scorecard showed gains when policymakers and health system leaders created programs and offered incentives, and should also be considered in improving the quality division. In a study performed in 2017, a positive correlation was found between employee wellness programs and use of preventive care services. Another study found that without sick paid leave, employees are more likely to forego preventive health care. With little to no improvement on this issue, I ask the committee members for their support of a national policy to enforce the requirement of sick paid leave in employee wellness programs. I hope you see the importance of making strides to help health before it becomes a problem, and I urge you to look at my resources and make an informed decision. Thank you to the committee for your time and attention.